Most people control things in their homes and they don't even give it a second thought. What is your daily routines like, and how can using some smart devices... Don't get down.
Alexa, play YouTube playlist.
Your playlist, YouTube, on Amazon Music.
With the help of my kids today, we are going to teach you about smart homes.
What is a smart home?
A smart home is basically a living area with connected technology meant to enhance the home.
What does this have to do with ALS?
Great question. So for someone living with ALS, if physical limitations occur, then these smart home devices can act as a way to access their home environment. Let's look at getting started. If you were to build your smart home, a good way to start would be to choose a voice assistant of your choice that has a smart speaker associated with it. The one you choose will then be the center of your smart home system. One thing to note, the main voice assistant smart speakers do require Wi-Fi. There are home automation devices and groups of devices that work using alternative frequency ranges that don't require Wi-Fi, and there is a reliability advantage to that. Even with much improvement throughout the years, the home automation ecosystem is still fragmented. That means that not every device that you see in a store will talk to another device you might already own or want to pair with in the future. But a decent amount of devices do play nicely with more than one voice assistant. So alternatively, you can first look at specific devices, then you know what you want and see what it's compatible with. Whether you have the ability to speak with your natural voice or use a synthesized voice with text-to-speech, the voice assistant is always listening to react after you say the designated wake word.
Alexa, call Mom.
I tapped on it.
That's Mom from Michael's contacts, right?
You can also have books read to you aloud. You can schedule appointments, set alarms, and play music, to name a few examples. Smart lights can be set up by purchasing a smart light bulb that is compatible with your home automation system, by physically installing a new wall light switch, so being compatible with any light bulb, or using a smart plug in between a lamp and a wall outlet to toggle it on or off, or use a less common but very neat mechanical button pusher. You might find some other uses for the smart plug and button pushers, maybe a bidet, coffee machine, TV. Turning the TV on or off and volume control can easily be set up on most TVs with the use of IR blasters, but anything further is dependent on what type of cable or streaming service you have.
Alexa, call Papa Grandma.
Calling Papa Grandma's Alexa devices from Jackie.
Hello?
Hi.
Phone access is pretty important. Luckily, most phones have their own voice-activated controlling built in and extra accessibility features, but it's nice to have something stationary in the home ready to communicate with friends and family. You can set up Amazon Alexa to become an intercom system by dropping in to other devices, even from a smartphone. This feature can be very helpful for, say, a spouse running a few errands and wanting to check in without requiring the person at home to even say answer. Or even if someone is living with ALS and needs help in another room, they can say, Alexa, drop into designated room to get an automatic intercom system between the two Alexa-enabled devices. Wearable devices are emerging and could be an answer to phone access and just control of your environment in general. Usually tied to your smartphone via Bluetooth, they might be in the form of earbuds, watches, glasses, or rings. The idea is having hands-free access, and with ALS, that could be a huge deal. As an example, the Apple smartwatch has been around for a while, and one very smart safety feature is the ability for it to detect falls. If a hard fall is detected, it can auto-call your emergency contacts. There are other more established means of emergency alerting, so please reach out to learn more about your options. Motion detection and cameras offer security for everyone. As most know, when a motion detection sensor is activated, it either turns on a light or triggers something else to happen. Say, call the police, send an alert to your phone, or turn on a camera to record. You can also use types of motion sensors within the home to increase safety and provide energy conservation. For example, to turn on the light when you enter the bathroom. Now this brings us into automating your day-to-day activities. The main players in home automation usually have some sort of routine or scenes users can program. So for example, I've worked with a gentleman recently who lives in an adult family home. He has a news station that he's been used to listening to each morning. Due to ALS, he has been unable to move his hand or arm to turn on the station. His voice is getting weaker, so Alexa is harder for him to use with his natural voice, not to mention being a bit laboring to accomplish this task verbally. With Alexa, we set a routine that allows his news station to be turned on at a set volume and turned off at a certain time. We could potentially have his smart light turn on as well, since it's during the morning when he wakes up. This routine would enhance anyone's daily life a bit, but for someone experiencing gross motor and speech impairments, this not only gives them more access, but it also preserves time and energy. And if you think about it, it also provides a little respite or break for his caregivers. I hope now you have a better understanding of what the smart devices do and what the possibilities are. Now here are a couple more things for you to consider. So as you're putting the puzzle pieces together, try your best to figure out what is really important to you and your family. Feel free to bounce any questions off to an assistive technology specialist like myself, and even a healthcare provider like an OT or SLP that understands this space. Keep in mind, during this video, I gave a few common mainstream examples, but there are more environmental control capabilities we didn't discuss to include from vendors and companies that specialize in devices and software for people living with disabilities. ALS is expensive to live with, having technology or not, so please look into organizations that might help support you in obtaining technology to save money. At the Evergreen chapter, we currently have smart devices to loan, and the Gleason Foundation also has a home automation program in place as well. It's good to look at how much it's worth to you, not just financially, but also the valuable time and energy that goes into the execution of adding extra devices in your home. Along with obtaining devices, identify your support system that can help do the setup. Some devices take training. With any new technology, it comes easier for some than others, and it could be a barrier to access if there isn't anyone available. Along those same lines, if something breaks, who will you call to fix it? The more complex your home automation system is, the more important it is to have a strong support system. And if I'm being honest, it's always good to have tech backup for things such as speech devices as well, which is common with ALS. And that could be a neighbor, a close friend, or even a niece or nephew. A whole lot of ground was covered today, so take a look in the description section below this video for links breaking up each topic I discussed if you need to review. If you or a loved one is living with ALS, I hope this serves as a useful guide in deciding your technology path, as it's unique for everyone. Thanks for joining our family to learn about smart home technologies.
Please like this video.
And if you want to see more of these videos on assistive technology, then please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.
Bye.